Ann Schatz. Oh my gosh. This is fantastic. Oh, look, she's bowing. Get in here.
I'm getting in.
Yes, come on in, girlfriend.
Woohoo!
It's so good to see you.
Good to see you too, baby.
Oh
Let's
my
do this.
Take me back to 1989 when you came to work in Portland in television sports.
Okay.
You were the first woman in Portland to be a sportscaster.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
It was huge.
Yeah, you know, and I didn't know a single soul here. I remember right before I got on the plane to come and interview for the job at Coin, I thought, well, I know where Oregon is, but where's Portland? And what's Portland? I was aware of the Blazers and their championship run, and that was it.
How were you greeted?
Not very well. Not very well. I'm grateful that there was no social media at the time, because I would have gotten my head handed to me.
Why do you think the viewers were so opposed?
And I don't think they liked the idea of a woman sitting in their living room with them, so to speak, and delivering sports in a way that they weren't used to.
How long before things turned around and viewers were more open?
I remember kind of in my mind making a note of that. I think it was like a full year.
Okay, you moved out of Portland.
Yeah.
I think of you as Portland. You started your career in
I
Portland.
did.
Why did you leave Portland?
Where I grew up, Omaha's home, but Portland is my second home and will always be my second home. But this old bird just, I don't think I'm just hip and happening enough to hang here anymore. The traffic kind of made me nutty. The construction kind of made me nutty. Folks ask me all the time, aren't you bored living in that little beach town? Oh my God, no. It's so quiet. And when I need a buzz, I'm just working games, I'm talking to the one and only, you. I get enough juice elsewhere, right? But that quiet time, ooh, baby.
Rejuvenating.
Boy, I'll say.
Agreed. Agreed. So you live on the coast with your wife, Lisa. How long have you guys been married?
Officially, we've been married we just celebrated 5 years, and we've been together for about 20.
Tell me about her. I was actually online stalking you, and I saw very little about Lisa. What's she like?
She's a private person. She is really blossoming in terms of what she is doing career-wise. She had a great tenure at Nike, and then decided to get into coaching and leadership. I'm so proud of her because her soul is like none other, and her spirit and her heart and kindness are like few others. And so lucky me, and then the people she gets to spread that goodness to, that's a wonderful thing.
So when did you actually come out professionally?
I'm not sure if I ever did. I just quit trying so hard not to be found out, if that makes sense.
It does. I think a lot of especially younger viewers will find that it's like, well, what's the big deal now? It was a huge deal.
It was
back then.
And thank you for saying that. You know, I grew up in a state and in a time where you could lose your job, you could lose your housing, you could lose everything. You are in a place where you are in the debit column, if you will, in terms of rights. And you had to be very careful way back then. And taking that kind of care takes a toll on you, but it kind of becomes your new normal. And it's not that way anymore, but it sure was. In some ways, that this has been a little bit of a bold move for me, thanks to you.
Have you not spoken about it just candidly in
Sure.
other interviews?
No. If someone brings it up, that's the key. I don't avoid it anymore, but I don't necessarily bring it up. But I will always speak to it if I'm ever asked about my sexuality. But I've never had anyone ask me so conversationally as you have.
You have to tell the story about Tonya Harding. By the time you got the famous interview, it was Lillehammer 1994 Olympics. She was in full flame out in the controversy, Skate-Gate.
You're right.
How did you get her to talk to you then?
We begged, borrowed, we stole. We lied. We cried. We just found our way on certain buses that would get us to the CBS Media Center. And Tonya's black town car would pass us up, never stop, and go right down the ramp and into the arena. And she never talked to anyone, not a single soul. She would practice, she would get back into her car, and she never talked to anyone. And all the big shots were there from all over the world. One day, Morris and I said to ourselves, we got to do something different. We've got to think of a different approach. She's not stopping. So we went to another entrance, Brenda, and we were the only ones over there. And sure enough, her black town car comes, and you can just see through the tinted window her tapping. I know it's her tapping her driver, and the guy stops. Window comes down. She says hello. We say hello. Camera goes up on the shoulder. We do about a 45-second interview. Mind you, no one has talked to her. And in the distance, we see the rest of the second-class rogue citizens, if you will, see that a car has stopped. Somebody's interviewing somebody. It's got to be her. And they're running. They're running with their Ugg boots and their parkas and their gear and their boom mics, and they're running. They're running, and we time it perfectly. They're about 30, 40 yards away from the car. And we said, we're good, Tonya. Thank you. And she says, me too. Good to see you guys. Window rolls up. They take off. And those guys didn't get anything.
The hordes get nothing.
Zip.
Any other big celebrities that you were kind of in awe of that you got to interview?
You know, it was a real treat to get to do one-on-ones with Michael Jordan when he was in his prime. Is it okay if I go outside the sports realm?
Absolutely.
Okay. I almost felt sick. I was so nervous and then so excited about being with Gloria flippin' Steinem. Think about that. And then I got to take her to the airport. So I'm you, and she's me, and she's sitting next to me, and I'm taking her to the airport, and I'm thinking, you know, do I want to take the long way? You know, I just wanted to spend time with her. It was so special.
So we're here at Providence Park.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like when you look out over this stadium and that pitch?
I'm so glad you asked that because it's something that strikes me every time I'm here for a home game. I'm way up there in the glassed press area. So I have the good fortune of seeing all of that, the expansion, and when there's anywhere between 18 and 22,000 people here, it is magnificent.
We come to Thorns games, my daughter and I.
There's
so much energy. You're surrounded by talent on the field. You're surrounded by the insanity, the love for soccer. That's got to elevate you.
Like nothing I've ever felt before in this profession. And the neat thing about it, Brenda, is no one ever takes it for granted. No one ever poo-poos, oh, another great attendance at the Thorns game. People come in here and you can tell it's like, it fills their soul. It fills their sails. It fills mine. I don't know if you guys are interested, but I got a championship ring.
For?
This is for the 2017 Women's Championship in the league, and they allowed me to have one of the rings.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Yeah. You know, it's on my bookshelf with my favorite books and pictures of my family and Lisa and the dogs, and here, look at this. It's a championship ring, and it's just flipping huge.
Ann Schatz.
There you are.
I need someone to cheer me up. It's you.
Yeah.
Great to see you. How you doing?
I was showing this off.
So sorry.
No, I'm so nice.
Look at this,
to meet
buddy.
You. Yeah, she pulled out the bling for us.
You got the right team's ring on. There you go.
Come on now.
I know
Good
you're
to
not
see you,
mic'd
pal.
up, but what do you think of Ann?
I think Ann is absolutely amazing. The key people in this organisation, and have so much respect and time for Ann. And Ann's been a shining light of positivity and optimism, and also motivation, key motivator for us, and what she represents and the person that she is.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate you guys. I'll let you get on.
Cheers. Who doesn't want that juice? I want the juice.
All right, we have more juice. Let's walk this way.
Okay.
Because we're going to get back in the car and see where else we go.
I bet you've got a good little plan, don't you?
I do have a plan. So this is it, the Chameleon.
This is it. I'm so glad that I get to introduce you to my favorite place.
I know this is your stomping ground.
This is it.
All right, my dear, after you.
Well, thank you. Pat!
Hello, my friend. Wow.
Look
great
at
to
you.
see you, Annie.
Hi, buddy. I've celebrated weddings, commitment ceremonies. We've mourned losses of friends. Lisa has brought in my family in surprise fashion for milestone birthdays. It has been a mixed bag of whatever the emotion is. I'm gonna do my feels at the Chameleon. It's my place.
I don't know how many of these I made you over the years.
Oh, okay. Oh, busted.
Voila.
So, in addition to everything that you've done in the world of sports, you are also a motivational speaker. How did you make that transition?
I've learned some life lessons, Brenda, in this industry. I know you have too. And it's fun for me to share those moments, those people, who they are, how they are, why they are. It's really neat to shine a light on them and to tell their story.
Do you have somebody that you look up to? Because I know a lot of people look up to you. But is there somebody that you go, yeah, that's the one?
Oh, it's my mom. You know, as corny as that sounds,
It's an emotional thing. She's not here with us anymore.
well, she's been gone for so long. I don't know why that hit me the way it did, but it would be my mom. She died very young, but boy, she was this little Irish thing that just didn't. She had a voice, she had an opinion, she stood for something. We got that from her. Be strong in who you are, but be kind in the way you go about it. And so she's my light.
What was your mom's name?
Well, her nickname was Murph, and her nickname was Beans. So let's see, what was her name? Jean.
Jean.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's to Jean.
Oh, thank you.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.